You doubled.
doubled my
Well,
bag.
well, yeah, because you started with 60, what, yesterday?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. And then you got into the, how many trades have you done? Let's go take a look. All right.
Well, a couple.
Okay.
I came in and out of Solana. I did ICP. That was the one I actually lost on, right? And Solana is the one I built back on. But ICP, I won first, and then I lost because I didn't do everything that was supposed to be done by the grid. I just tested the waters and see what it would be like to get in and out, on feelings and no, it doesn't work that way. I
No.
realized it.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, you gotta stay in your, keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the
Yeah,
profit.
yeah, right.
You can build. I mean, getting to 120, doubling the bag. 60 to 120 is a good thing, but you got to keep those profits. And then you got to post in your. Do you understand? Okay, so 10 trade review, right? So let's just cover like oh nice, everybody's putting up big numbers here.
Solana is going on the
Um,
next trend short.
yeah, so everything.
I got another.
Let me see. All right. Nice, nice, nice. So there should be a video. Okay, yeah. Right. So this is what we have to. You got to post your entries and your
Yeah,
so we can go back and look, right? So right now, because if I go to 10 trade review, right? So the way it goes is as soon as you post a trade, you go and set your stop loss and your take profits, and then you go to 10 trade review, and right, like how he has it here. So Decline has Matic at 103.38, right? At 638, right? So what that allows me to do is
right.
go at 638. He was in at a long at 103. So then I can go here. I can go to Matic, and I can do a review, right? So let's take a look at how this went down. So he came back over the top and said his long, right? See how his 60x leverage, he lost 40% on that, right? So Matic long at 638. All right, so let's see here. And what I'm looking here is I'm looking at, see how his date is 9/20, but it has 19. See how the time is messed up there? 19, blah, blah, blah. So that basically tells me, this is what I was trying to explain, is that when you guys only put your banner, the time is 7 o'clock. Notice that that's when he ended his trade, see? But it doesn't really let me know when he entered, which was 30 minutes earlier. See, that's why you have to post this one first. Matic long, $1.03, 38 entry. And then later you reply to your own message and then put the banner, right? So now I can go at 638, I can go to Matic. And we can all do this, right? So take a look at Matic. It's at go to your Discord and look at that post that he made and what time do you have, right? So go to your post because you're in a different country, right? So tell me what time
Yeah,
Decline posted Matic long $1.03.
10 trade review.
Yeah, it's in the 10 trade review.
Yeah, I mean, my computer is really slow, real slow. I don't know why I have to put a program here to speed it up because this new computer is okay. I got it. So I'm looking at the recent posts. Was Matic was negative 40,
No, okay.
51% on a short, closing long.
Yeah. But find where he posted his first post.
His first post on Matic.
Yeah. Remember? Okay, so he posted somewhere. He posted
Yeah,
Matic long, right? It's the second
yeah,
to
I
the
see
bottom
it.
post. What
Matic long,
time? What time does it say?
11:26.
So for you, it says 11:26.
Yeah,
All right. So for me, it says
for
6:38.
me, yeah,
So that's why,
6:38.
yeah. So that's why it's important for you to post correctly, right? So for instance, right now,
Okay,
post in there and say test. Put in test. Right. So what time does it say that you posted that?
3:46 a.m. my time.
3:46 a.m., right? So it's 7:46 p.m. my time, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 8 hours back, right?
yeah, that's why it's important to, this is why we use the Discord. So at any time we can go look at the same trade, except we'd be looking at the time frames that make sense for us, right? So my time
Okay.
says, so go look at his trade, right? Whatever time it says, Matic long $1.338, right? Whatever time it is in your town, go pull it up here on your trading view,
Okay.
so you can tell me what he did wrong there, because he went long, but it hit his stop loss, right? So let me go look myself, and I always go to the 3 minute, so you can get pretty close to the time.
So we're analyzing Matic now in this trade?
We're analyzing his trade.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go to Matic on Trading View.
Yeah. And you can look up his
I'm
trade.
going Matic. Matic. USDT. Matic. Polygon, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. There's a green moon on 4 o'clock that popped up as a
Yeah.
long here on
Okay, so
Matic.
let me pull it up, make sure you get the right time. So I'm gonna look up my time right quick, just to make sure I'm in the right zone. I use 3 minutes to get as close as possible, right? So I have a
3
38
minutes.
here. So 38,
Oh,
perfect. Okay,
3 minutes is a different story here.
38. Yeah, you should be on the 3 minute time
This
frame so
is,
that you can get as close as possible to their
yeah,
entry.
it's a buy signal here on green moon at 12:06 my time, midnight.
Yeah. So if I go to mine, right, just kind of like to look at it. Mine says that he went into Matic long at today at 6:38 p.m.
Yeah.
103.38. So then when I go to that time frame at 6:38 p.m. and I can see that it's 103.38, and then I mark his 103.38, 103.38, and what I can see is once I have that mark in there, 103.38, I can then go and look at like what he was possibly looking at, right? Because he went long, right? So
Yeah.
now I have two bars. I mark one bar, and you'll see this. This will go into your, and I'm going to share my screen in 1 second. And everybody should be looking this up to where you see on your own. Let me share my screen real quick. And the whole purpose of this is to be able to check trades. So this is what we need to do all week long, is check trades and then put what was wrong, right? So very easy to see he went long here, right? So this is his time frame. It is today at 8:38, 6:38, and at 3:03:38. So this is his entry point right here. Now, that little cross is his entry, right? Okay. Now, he went long here, and obviously that was incorrect. But now we have to figure out why this was incorrect. So the first thing we're going to do is go into the fact of how to find what trade would have actually been correct, right? So if you're doing a long, the first thing you need is a 30-minute green trend to go long, right? So the 30-minute green trend, right? This is why we set the alert on the 30-minute green trend. That happened down here, right? So I'm gonna put a box here that would have been his trend. So we have a moon and we have a trend that go off at the same time, and that was a lot sooner, right? So this is so you can understand what trade we should have done. So the trade that we should have done is an alert set on a 30-minute green trend for a long, right? So we only go long when we have a 30-minute green trend. Now, to give us the information on when a green trend is coming, we would need a 15-minute green moon, right, which was right here. So this area here was a 15-minute green moon, right? So I'll go ahead and mark that. This area here is where we have a 15-minute green moon. And that's the beginning of the trigger. And the second thing is we need a 15-minute green trend, right? So that tells us that we have a trade, right? Now, at that same time, we happen to get a 30-minute green trend. Now, that is a beautiful play because now you know the power of the first move isn't going to do a normal 15-minute push, 15-minute trend pullback, 30-minute trend long. You see what I'm saying? Because both move happens at the same time. Because normally you want to see a 15-minute trend hit, right? So you want to see a 15-minute moon. You want to see that go up. The 15-minute moon then pulls back, right? This would be the ideal entry if everything is happening correctly, right? So remember, when you get a 15-minute moon, you want it to push up and then pull back. And on its pullback, you want to look for the next move to the upside, which would be basically at the bottom here, right? Now, once it starts to move up, you can see your RSI moving up, starting to push up. The green trend hits right here, right? Now, what would normally happen is just like the moon, there's a push up and a pullback, and then the trend has a big run, right? And then a pullback, right? And then from the pullback, it has a 30-minute trend that continues to run. Now, this one happened to go up and then the 30 hit at the same time. So instead of going up and coming down, it went up even further, had a smaller pullback, and then went on a run. You see that? Now, when I look at this, this lets me know that this is the trade that he should have been making. And then by the time that he got here to go long, right? Is there anything here that says long, right? We have, first of all, the 15-minute RSI is heading down. That's the first mistake, okay? Never trade against the 15-minute RSI, right? Now, what he could have been doing here, because he bought right here, see his entry right here? So his entry was here. At that time, the RSI was still going down. Now, he might have thought that the RSI was going to cross up here, and that would have been the mistake that he made. This is a mistake by jumping the RSI before it hit its bottom. You see what I'm saying? So that's the only thing that I see that would tell me that he was going long right here, is because what he thought was going to happen was it would pull up and then come down slightly and then go on a run. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of what it is. Now, how you avoid these moments, right, is you look for volume and some other things here. But I want to kind of like show you guys how to quickly, how we can go over this. The more important thing about this video is how to post your 10 trade review, right? When you post it, I can see it. And when you post your loss, you just go here, hit reply, and then post your banner. And then I can go look, and it's easy for me to say, well, this is why this didn't work, right? First of all, your RSI, you already had a double move. Here's the first move, here's the second move, right? So the only other thing I can see here is that maybe at this time he was looking for maybe a 1 hour, right? Maybe he was looking for the 1 hour trend to come in, right? So maybe there was a 1 hour trend alert here that went off, right? Which could happen, but notice here that it didn't actually happen, right? So you can't enter the next trade here on a 1 hour trend until it actually like shows up. You see what I'm saying? And then the other thing is that at the time that he was entering this trade, the RSI on the 1 hour was already at the top here, you see? So you in the 15-minute was already heading down, letting you know the momentum was going to carry down, which would probably drag the 1 hour. So then if I look at the 2 hour, there's still room there, but it's bending. But this is where being a master of the most important thing, which is volume, and what our indicators are telling us, right? There's nothing here that says buy here. So it's easy to see why this trade lost, because there was no trigger to a trade. There's no trade there, right? So in order to make that trade, what do we need? We need a 15-minute RSI at the bottom heading up, right? That's the only thing that you can look at and be like, Well, if it hits the bottom here on the 15-minute and doesn't change there, then I would enter when the 15-minute starts to head back up. But even at that point, I would need some type of, it gets tricky because you're looking for the small bounce that what you're not realizing is the 1 hour is heading down. So what's going to happen is there should be a small bounce up. It's not going to be that great, but then the second move down is going to be bigger, right? And that's kind of on the trade side. Because remember, there's always double moves. So I would expect this little bitty 15-minute to bounce and then come up a little bit higher, but then I would expect it to go into the short and come down here and taste somewhere down here. But as far as like, getting on what we're looking for, the 10 trade review, the importance of posting as soon as you make a trade, you go in here and you type Matic long and you put the price, right? So anytime you're entering a trade, all right, let's go to MEXC here. And slide over to futures. And we'll walk through a basic trade here. And I'll show you how easy it is to post, right? And every trade you have time to do this. So stop not doing what you need to do. Gotta come back to this start. Okay, so click on here, right? Type in Matic. Let's go to Matic here. Let's see if we can get a trade in here. What is this? Do I not have any coins? Oh, what's going on? All right, so I have no we have no coins to trade. Now let's go to futures. I might have been in a different futures. Let's see. Let's get to the trade. There we go. Okay. All right, now I go to Matic. So if you guys ever end up there, just know that's it's not purgatory. All right, Matic. All right, there we go. So now, let's say I'm going to enter a short here, right? You set yours up the right way, which would be you'd be going for 50% on there. I'm going to be a little bit higher. Now, once you enter your short, right, take your short position, okay? Now, where do you post, right? Your average entry price is right here, right? 109.93. So copy that if you need to copy it. Go to Discord, right? And type in Matic short. And then boom, Control V. Boom. So now when I'm done with this trade, I can go back and post what it is. Now, the only thing I need to do here is set my stop losses, right? I'm going to put a stop loss at 50% profits, 50% stop loss, and that's it. And now that's my first entry into my trade, and then I'll take a second entry in there. But that's how easy it is to post your trade and then simply post what happens. It's an easy 1, 2, 3 step to get this done, and it's very, very simple. But that is how you post correctly. Otherwise, when you just put banners here, right, like this, I can't help you there. But what we are going to do moving forward is, as we start to go through here, you guys should be analyzing trades yourself, looking at a trade, and then posting, tidbits, right? So if you go and look at that Matic trade, you could be like, earlier trade happened at this, right? 30-minute trend, 30-minute whatever, right? But I just wanted to show you this is how you look at a trade, and then you can see why a guy lost, right? Is anything here that we just looked at confusing to anybody on why this trade didn't work?
No, I understand, VC. I got a question now. We're doing short on Matic right now?
No. That was for the video that we're showing how to post your trade.
Gotcha. We're not doing anything right.
Right.
I understood everything. You explained everything to
the short that you do on Matic is going to be you doing your short when the indicators tell you it's time, which we'll go into in a minute.
Yes.
Right now, I just wanted to show you how to post your trade so that it is. Now we are going to do a short on Matic, but we're going to do a short on Matic after it bounces and then starts to head back down. Okay? Because like we know, every trade makes 2 moves. Get it? The only reason this trade here didn't have a double move is because the 30 and the 15 trend hit that at the same time, which means it'll be twice as powerful. Has more momentum. Does that make sense? Yeah, makes sense, yeah?
Yes.
So the most important thing here is that we follow the structure of the system and put your trades in 10 trade review. So like today, if I go to Academy Trade, right, I can see that I have Gus in here, right? So here's a Gus 25%, here's a Gus 30, here's a Gus negative 32, right? Can't help Gus because why? He didn't take the time to post his entry here because he doesn't have the time because he's working his restaurant. But at the end of the day, it's not that hard to go post your trade and then just go to 10 trade review and say whatever, long or short, right? And even if he forgets to put the entry price, as long as I have the time, then I can get the entry price off your banner. See? But the one thing I can't get from your banner is the time that you did it for me. Okay? So if you forget the entry price or you're busy or you're cooking a pizza or whatever you do, Gus, just make sure you put your trade and then put what you're doing. So I should see Sue short and then I should see Sue short, or I should see all that. I should see when he posted this entry and then I can help him out with it, right? So I should see Sue short, Sue short, Sue short. And these banners should be inside of the 10 trade review, not the academy. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
The academy chat is where we post the IOX looking good for a long. This is where we post the moons, right? This is where we put the stuff that's, important to what we're finding, right? Now, guys on higher levels that are kind of moving forward and little things can post their banners here, and then I'll make sure that, every once in a while we're checking on that. Because the important thing here is you have to be honest with yourself. You got to post your wins and your losses, right? And that's important. Now, I can't help with the losses if you don't post correctly and get yourself in a position to be a winner. Horse has been with me for a while. Horse does the system to a T. He's actually over patient. But as you can see, it pays off, right?
Yeah.
So we just have to make sure that we are posting correctly. If you don't know how to post correctly, pull up this video and then go over it again, and that will get you to where